Now we move on to our 2021 award winner from the Central Region. This event took place in the middle of a busy Thursday afternoon in the Prairie area at Kansas City Center. It was just about 6 months into the COVID pandemic when the facility was staffed with small teams of controllers working in their shifts together for safety reasons. Ingrid Owens was working a Yak 18 Tango that was headed north towards Nebraska from Texas. The pilot ran into two big problems. First, he was flying this aircraft for the first time, delivering it to its owner. It was burning fuel at a rate exceeding what he was expecting that it would. That left him with a shortage that led him to declare an emergency. Secondly, he also encountered IFR weather conditions in western Kansas, in the western Kansas airspace with 200-foot minimum ceilings. When the pilot was about 20 nautical miles south of Dodge City, Kansas, the pilot told Inga he needed to land for fuel and was planning that airport as his stop. But Owens told him that the weather was a quarter-mile visibility and indefinite ceilings of 200 feet. The pilot asked for an airport with better weather conditions, but the closest was about 100 miles away. The aircraft at that time only had about 30 minutes of fuel remaining. Inga and her D-side, Taylor Rosenbaum, worked to try and find a solution for this pilot. Brett Rolofson was working as the controller in charge. Inga didn't know it at the time, but the pilot had more than 20,000 hours of flying experience. She started vectoring him for the ILS runway 14 approach at Dodge City. Due to the fuel situation, however, he would only have one chance at the approach. Our team made sure that he had the information about the weather and did the things they needed to accommodate him. Let's have a look at the video.
Center for Lima Mike, if you read me, I'm descending for Dodge City for a fuel stop.
November 4 Lima Mike, it's 12 to 1 o'clock and 20 miles, but they're showing the visibility is a quarter mile with fog, indefinite ceiling 200 feet. You will not be able to get in there VFR.
Oh my goodness, what's near me that I can get down then, please?
November 4 Lima Mike, there's I think some good conditions up towards Scott City, but that's 80 miles ahead. How much fuel do you have?
Yeah, well, I was heading for there originally, but I am not, it's a new airplane to me, and I'd rather not go that far if I don't have to.
November 4 Lima Mike, okay, it's just going to be a matter of finding you a place for fuel. I've got really low layers, Garden City, Dodge City. I think you're going to have to go about 80 miles to the north there to get out of it.
No, that's no good. What's behind me?
Let me do some checking. I think most of that's IFR too. How much time do you have fuel remaining?
Okay, stand by.
November 4 Lima Mike, Garden City is west of you there, and their conditions are better than Dodge City. It's 45 miles west of you. They're showing 500 broken. Are you IFR qualified and capable?
I am capable and qualified, yes.
November 4 Lima Mike, okay. Do you want to go to Garden City, or like I said, Dodge City is really low. What would you like to do there?
Well, I'm only 10 miles from Dodge City, is that correct?
November 4 Lima Mike, yep, it's at your 11 o'clock. Well, you said if you want Dodge City is 11 o'clock and 10 miles.
Radar vector for ILS, runway 13.
November 4 Lima Mike, yes, we can do the ILS runway 14 into Dodge City. Fly heading 340 and climb and maintain 4,200, 340, 4,200.
4,200 and heading 340, thank you.
November 4 Lima Mike, that is correct. And reaching 4,200. Cleared to the Dodge City Airport via that radar vector in the ILS runway 14 approach. And November 4 Lima Mike, we're going to make this as tight approach, get you a good approach, but we're going to make it as efficient as possible. Let's go back to a heading of 335. Turn 5 degrees to the left there.
335, thank you.
November 4 Lima Mike, turn left heading 330. And can you climb to 4,400 for that approach?
4,400, 330.
November 4 Lima Mike, like I said, I'm going to get you the most efficient approach I can, but it's going to be outside that Raven intersection, so you're still about 4 minutes from the turn, maybe 3 minutes there from the base turn. Is that sounding okay with the fuel?
Yes, gotta do it.
I want to give a special shout out to Brett Rolofson. Today, he becomes just the third NATCA member to receive the Archie Medal of Safety Award, or Archie League Medal of Safety Award, for more than one time in the 17-year history of the program. Brett's in his 14th year in the FAA, all at Kansas City Center. He described this event in a very accurate way. He said, quote, "We all understand what it's like to work regular traffic and then understand that there's a special need, a high-intensity situation that everybody knows that it just takes a village to start helping the controller get the resources that they need so they can focus, zone in, and really do their job." Please welcome Brett, Inga, and Taylor to the stage as our 2021 Central Region Archie League Medal of Safety Award winners.
That is a bit nerve-wracking. Just those couple stairs there were equivalent to the stress of working that fuel emergency. But luckily, we both made it. This is a true honor and thrill to be here representing Kansas City Center. You can hear the nerves in my voice. Thank you to NATCA for the time and effort put forth to host us here today. It means a lot. Thank you to our local leadership, Todd, there you are, and Nate Birch, who couldn't be here, who worked tirelessly on our behalf. And finally, thank you to Brett, Taylor, and our entire crew that day, whose contributions were the reason that the outcome was a success at all. Thank you.
Great job, Inga. You did a spectacular job, saved a life. There with one opportunity to make that ILS, you nailed it. Congratulations to Taylor as well, and a special thanks, she had mentioned it, to our COVID crew. We had a pretty tight-knit crew, and everybody really had to step up. We had to close down some sectors. So special thanks to Scott Lonazek, Scott Hedrick, Ben Phelan, and Nate Birch as well for all that they did to help us really be able to focus on the situation at hand. Congrats to all the Archie League winners tonight. This is kind of a unique thing. I remember CFS, there's thousands of people. It's really super intimidating. It's nice to see that this is kind of a short little thing here, and everybody here's a winner. Special thanks to NATCA for hosting the event, not letting these saves go by the wayside with all the COVID cancellations with CFS and whatnot. Especially thank you guys for inviting us down here. Special thanks to Todd and Nate Birch for submitting the award for us and including me on it, even though I was working a manager position at the time. And special thanks to my parents. I'm a second-generation controller. My dad's a former retired air traffic controller. I can remember running strips as a 6 or 7-year-old whenever I was up in the tower over the mid-shift. So I was an early A-side trainee, I guess. Special thanks to my wife as well, the backbone of our family that allows me to focus on my job. She forego her career so that I could focus on being air traffic controller 6 days a week and doing my job. And last but not least, thanks to my best friends, my kids, Finley and Emery. Your hugs make these hard days at work immediately go away. And thank you, girls.
Slide over just a little bit. Do you want family? Sure. Bring them up.
Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Finley and Emery.
Plenty of room.
Come on up. Come on up, buddy.
Want to One more round of applause.